Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot Live, the most inconsistent tarot reader on the internet. So, guys, I've been in and out all over the place. I apologize. I know there's some crazy stuff going on, but we're going to do a quick live. I got like a half hour for you all, and a half hour, give or take a few minutes. So I just came off a private reading with one of my best clients, and Facebook user, I bet that's Stephen Raybo. Is that Stephen Raybo? I think it is. So we have the Harry and Meghan stuff. I did a reading this morning. I had to stop and do a live. I'm so offended that she is masquerading as a medium. It's not funny. I can't deal with it. TD. So I did TD, get it? Touchdown. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. Madonna is not doing her tour. There's all kinds of stuff, but I figured I would show up today. We do some readings, and I busted out something that I never bust out on this channel. I know I've talked about it before. Oop, switch it around. It's the Aleister Crowley top deck. So this is a pretty intense deck. I busted it out for today. So if you want your own reading, recommended donation of $5, please. But otherwise, I'm jumping right in to the Harkles and the Markles and all the other stuff. Keep in mind, I'm only going to be here for a little bit. Tarot, right, TD? So just to give you a little bit of tarot information. So this is the second tarot deck I ever bought. Yeah, I heard that Simon says we're gonna take a look at that, sugar. Don't you worry. So this is the second deck I ever bought. And the first deck was my sad little Rider-Waite deck here. It's a standard Rider-Waite deck. So it's got a lot of notes on it. But this is super old, super old. We're going on, I don't know, 35 years. So I started reading when I was 17, and I am 50. I'll be 52 on July 12th. My birthday's coming up. Birthday. So this deck I bought because I was like, oh, you know what? Like, I want to level up. I'm smart. I can handle it. I can read the Aleister Crowley. Holy moly, it's got a lot going on. This is a pretty intense deck. So tells a story. So why don't we do this? Why don't we take a look at Madonna? So we're going to do a little Celtic cross with her. I'm going to read as fast as I can. Again, if you guys want your own readings, super chat, super sticker, do what you got to do. You can also do it through Venmo and PayPal if you'd like. And keep in mind, I got to bug out of here to go pick up a child. Actually, I'm going to check. Let's check my phone and see if my child is able to get a ride. He did not let me know. So hopefully, you know what? He can get picked up late. How about that? So, no, he's not going to. So, all right. So let's take a look. Let's see what's going on with Madge. Let's see what's going on with Madge. You guys are going to love this deck. Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Oh, changes. Turn and face the change. Transformation. Oh. This is very curious what I'm seeing here. We're not taking that one. Under the surface. Huh. So we're looking at change here. Transformation change, though. Not, this isn't like I'm going to go out and I'm going to, reimagine myself or create a new identity. This is more this is something much more fundamental. I think there is something to being unresponsive. I don't know if she is in ICU. This almost is like we're still teetering back and forth on something. I don't think that we are entirely stable, but this is very positive. Our Nine of Cups here is extremely positive. Safety there, and this is going to have a profound effect when she comes through this. Traveling very quickly and separating. This is disturbing because if we are traveling and transforming with the hey creator Nat, how are you? So if we're traveling and transforming and then separating the lovers, this is separating the spirit from the body. So I don't know if that is exactly what's happening here. So past, present, future, past, present, future. Oh my goodness, this is I don't know if you guys can see this. Sorrow, Three of Swords. We all know what Three of Swords is, right? Hands up, everybody. Tara, TD, this is school time. TD, what's that Three of Swords mean? This is our past right here, present and future. So Three of Swords is loss and separating from the body and taking a split. Death is the transformation moving forward. And then we have the Magus, which is our magician for the Rider-Waite club here. So yeah, sadness, heartbreak. So something went wrong here. Something is going wrong. We're transforming. This is all about transformation. Not sure. It's very curious. And to be sure, I didn't even see any of the news on this. It was I did a reading with one of my clients and she mentioned it to me. So this is very, very interesting. So, and for those of you joining, we've got the Thoth Tarot, Aleister Crowley's deck. So, hey, Sally. So, I don't know. There's been some weird stuff in the air. So, those of you who saw my live this morning, I did a quick live this morning. I myself have been going through mental health struggles. Obviously, like I look so pretty today with this crazy hair. I look like an alien with my hair stripped back. So what does this mean for her? Let's look. Creator Nat says, what does this mean for her? What can we expect? Let's see what we got. See what we got. Something oof. Sorry guys, my aim is off. Thanks Creator Nat. So Three of Swords, this is what we're looking at in the future. But 9, happiness. Death card, you guys saw me. I shook them up. Lovers, there's our unparting again. And the Magus, is she going to survive this? Pendulum time. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Is she in a coma? Is Madonna in a coma? We're circling. Is Madonna in a coma? That's a yes. Hang on. Is she going to survive this? We're circling. We got a yes. So good outcome. Good outcome. Good outcome. Was it heart related? Getting a maybe. That's a maybe. Definitely maybe. So, was it substance related? That is a yes. Yes. I got substance related. So, Bee Bear. Bee Bear. You know what? I have to work on my blocking because when I was turned this way, I had like this big double chin here. And I don't want you guys to have to look at that. My big fat double chin. So, Bee Bear. Let's see. Some reports said bacterial infection. Are we talking bacterial infection? Sometimes you just got to go for the yes or no. Magus. Vitality being sapped. That 3 of Wands is vitality being sapped in reverse. And then we have the 2 of Wands in reverse, not cooperative working with someone. So creator net, we may be onto something here with not, getting on the bad end of people who are in charge of some weirdness. So there it is. So neat. Anybody in here want their own reading? Because I'm limited time here. I got to go pick up a kid because he didn't get a ride. He actually told me, this is what he told me. He goes, you should have like an intermission where like you could just play it with music and like your people will stay there. I'm like, people don't want to stay on my channel and listen to music, especially like canned music. So. Creator net. You want a little reading? I got you, baby. I got you. So what do you need to know for the holiday weekend coming up? What is going to bring the ultimate creator net out? About your career. There we go. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Super fun. I love this deck. I love you know what? We'll do it this way so that we can see a little bit better. I got Alicia's crystals going all over the place. So, oh, hi, Deborah. Hi, Serendipity. Hi, guys. So, career-wise, staying in the same place we're right now. All right, not moving forward, not this is the 9 of Wands is about holding your ground and about staying in your wheelhouse and really digging deep on that. That is where the money is. This, if you stick with what you're doing for now, you're going, it's I don't want to say you're scaling up, but you're almost like, if you were stuck in the mud, and I know that sounds really bad to refer to your career as being stuck in the mud, but you know how when you're stuck in a truck and you just kind of go back and forth and you get those deep grooves in the mud, that's what you need to do. You need to make more of an impression, more of an impact, more definition. You need to really present well and force people to see you. That is where the money's going to be. Now, this may drive you nuts because it's not too exciting. It's not getting you out of not getting you out of the situation that you're in and kind of letting you flex your muscles and be a little bit different, but it really is where you're going to have the most impact. You won't have to learn the balance and equilibrium. Equilibrium. You won't have to find an equilibrium because you're already on that solid ground. I know I was trying to say equilibrize. And while you will not feel like you're getting a big win, like you're being super, super successful, what you are going to get is more wisdom and you got wait. No, I get it. Red face, heart shape. Okay, red face, heart, red. I'm getting like a weird thing on there. So really, this is about digging very, very deeply into what you already do and what you already know. And I just knocked my computer across the room. So I think that's a good thing. I think you're in the right place at the right time. Don't get itchy feet and try and like go off and do something different. Okay. So there we go. So now that was for creator Nat, darling. Let's take a look at those crazy Harkles. Who wants to talk about Harkles? Hands up. So I want to see what oh, thank you, creator Nat. You are a doll face. So internet was acting up for serendipity. Well, that stinks. I say like could be a harp event. I don't want to harp on the weather, but it's been we've had awesome rainy thunderstorms up here. Oh, and Deborah's has been the same. In the great state of Florida. And Cherie, good morning. Good morning. So, good timing. Harkle gosh, Cherie. So, all right. My reading that I did this morning, I'm very angry that Megan is claiming that she is channeling Princess Diana and in constant contact with her, and she is gaslighting the snot out of Harry because he's believing it. So we're going to use, this is a heavy duty. B-Bear, do you think she could trademark the term grifter? I think she could. So let's see. What is this game plan? What is she doing? Is she really doing this? So and here I want to I had a moment because Greg and I have a number of experiences with a dearly departed in our house, and in fact our dearly departed made a gesture while a very, very important person to that dearly departed was in our house. And actually, Gregopedia will back me up on this next time he's on a live. We had a fruit bowl, a glass fruit bowl that I love, and we had apples and oranges in it. And as we were discussing this person and I was doing a reading for the individual, they had said, I'm very sad that, dearly departed has not made their presence noticed. And there was an apple, and I'm telling you, Gregopedia will back me up on this. This apple, it rolled up and over an orange in front of us while I was doing the reading. So, there are other things that happened here. So, I said, is it, because it is fairly gruesome if she is, and macabre and morbid and creepy if she is doing that. Now, I thought the story about her putting her hands on the gravestone and, communing was very, very creepy. Let's see if she's really up to this. Is she really up to this? Does she believe that? Because believe me, like some people will believe that they're in tune, and not necessarily. So does she believe that she is in tune with dearly departed Princess Diana, Princess of Peace? Does she believe? Uh, she wants to be. She wants to be in touch, but I don't think that she is. So really, what we have here is our Four of Swords here. Four of Swords is not being tuned in, not being that elevated. And I like, this isn't, like, I'm not saying, oh, I'm like so elevated, I'm so in touch with the dead. Believe me, my first psychic experience was my grandfather, and after he'd passed away, he came, and I was 10 years old, and he shook my foot and woke me up. I can't remember if it was before or after the funeral, but he did come and make himself, present, and it was very comforting. It was very nice, and you don't know. Do I see, spirits walking around all the time? No. Do I get messages to a certain extent? Yes, I do. So, but the mediums, and I've talked about this before. We are friends with a couple that unfortunately, lost a child, and they were in grief counseling, and he had contacted me and said, there are so many people in the grief counseling that are contacted by these mediums, and how do they find them? And I said, well, they find them from the obits. It's really terrible. And he told me, yeah, like they tell them, for $1,500, I can contact your child. For $1,500, for $2,000, I can contact your husband, and I think those kinds of things are really reprehensible, because first of all, if I could have a conversation with someone's dearly departed, I don't think I would charge them $2,000 for it. I just don't know if I could do that. And I've been to, there's a gal here, the Jersey Shore psychic. I went to one of her events, and this shamrock that's on my wrist is, I had a boyfriend who was killed in a car accident while I was on the phone with him, and it was awful. And he came through, and it was many, many years later. So it was kind of shocking. And I didn't even realize that she was, talking to the room. And one of the gals that I was with goes, oh my God, she's talking about Dan. It's Dan. She's talking to you. And when I'll tell you a little story. So when he had passed away, we went to his funeral, or to the wake. And after the wake, it was his brother and my friend Mark and this other guy, Mike, and we were standing outside. At the time we were smoking, and this summer storm whipped up, and it came out of nowhere. And it's a true story. Storm came out of nowhere. It was, summer storm, dark clouds, a lot of wind, and this vintage convertible pulled in and pulled under the carport, and a gentleman got out of it. Now, I remember the car was white, and there was white interior, and there was a lot of red piping in the car. And I think there were red carpets or something like that. But he got out of the car, and he looked like a very Don Johnson kind of guy, like Don Johnson in the 80s. Very tan, had like a loose knit sweater, but like a cotton sweater. Like, you kind of looked like he breezed in off a yacht, and like had like dock shoes on and white pants, and like very tan and very virile, like kind of a silver fox kind of guy, but he was kind of blonde. And he got out of the car, and our friend Mark said to him, this is some storm. You should put the top up. And the guy goes, yeah, it's some storm, isn't it? And he put his hand out. He came out of the car, came around the side of the car. He put his hand out to us, and he goes, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And with that, he got back in the car, and he took off with the top down. And as he went out of sight, my friend Michael said, that was not a normal experience. And we all kind of were like, yeah, it was not normal. And when we all discussed it, we all saw him a little bit differently. I saw a much longer, like kind of Cadillac convertible. I think Mark saw a much smaller car, like James Dean's like Little Bastard. Like, he saw something much smaller, like a Porsche. We all kind of saw him a little bit differently. And I do believe this was an angel that showed up. So when the Jersey Shore psychic was reading me and relaying some messages, I had said, I was very surprised he never made himself present to me, or never came through with any of the psychics that I saw. And she goes, he wants you to know he's the wind. And at that, I was like, oh my God, because the wind was there. So it was a very, very cool, very unusual experience. Very unworldly, if we believe, we believe. This is something that she would want very much. And we really can. I think anybody can be psychic. Can everybody be a medium? Not necessarily. Some people are really, really gifted. Some people can try. I suppose you could develop that skill if you had some acuity. Is that the right word? Acuity? If you had some kind of disposition toward it, I think that you could develop it. Does she have that ability? No. This is a try and try again. She cannot make that happen. She cannot make fetch happen. So this is definitely not something. This is a fake it till you make it with her. Does she know that she's faking it? She absolutely knows she's fake. Oh, the devil shows up. And the tower. This is going to be her undoing. Oh my God, I'm getting chills. She's going to be found out on this. He is going to wake up. We're going to read on him in a second. Bear with me. So this is the lie, that Prince of Swords. This is the lie. This is the lie for negative means. This is what's going to blow her up. I mean, it's almost like he is intoxicated. Again, for entertainment purposes only. This is just a tarot reading. I may not even know what I'm talking about. But this is really... She wants to be able to do this. She wants to be able to commune with her dead mother-in-law. Does she have the skills? No, she's not. She's not able to do this. And it's a dangerous thing that she's getting involved in. Where's our fallout from this? Let's take a look at this. How you guys liking the Crowley deck? How are you liking it? Woo! I always said, I never read with this. I never read with this deck, but it seems appropriate tonight. Sorry if I yelled in your ear. So, I miss you guys. I totally miss you guys. I absolutely lost my shit this weekend, and I'm still doing okay. I'm still doing okay. I'm trying to take it easy, but wanted to see you all. Simon says, "Oh, you like it? Everybody likes Crowley deck. Spooky stuff. This is like a PhD in tarot readings right here. There's so much in it. It's really wild. In fact." One day I'll go over what this cross is. The cross, all of those colors, all of those things have a meaning. And when you are a novice for the Golden Dawn, you have to actually create that cross yourself, and you have to cross some thresholds to do it. It's pretty involved. So let's see what is going to be the fallout from this. What is going to be the fallout? Oh, the king's going to get involved. Oh, boy. Oh, they are going to put an end to this, I think. There we go. Tower card in reverse. The Knight of Wands. I think we're going to have William to the rescue. I think William's going to jump in on this and be like, what the what? Wait. Hang on. Trying to see that message there. So, Creator Net. Yes, this will be on. You can watch this again later. So, absolutely. So, oh boy, look at that. 2 of Cups. They're going to try and undo this ridiculous situation. They're going to try and get him out of there, I think. Oh, I was watching Avid Gardner, and I love her. I think she is a hoot, and I think she's the same age as me, and I want to go out to dinner with her and her husband and my husband, Gregopedia. I just want to go to Gibraltar and go hang out with her. I think she is fantastic, and she's just adorable. So what's happening is not working. We have this 5 of Pentacles here. The situation, this is not working. They know that the foundations of all of this stuff is not good for him. The king is making some decisions on this. So King Charles is absolutely, and he's horrified at this point. Let's pull some cards. Let's clarify him a little bit. Oh, he is horrified. Yeah, he is horrified. He has had enough is enough. The whole family is upside down. There is insanity among us, and he is going to step up. I think he's going to step up a little bit more. I think he is going to call the shots. I think at this point, he's been very courteous. Good morning, Em. I think he's been very courteous, and he's kind of given his son a long leash to make some mistakes in life. But at this point, we're really getting into something that's terrible. They are going to put a stop to this, and I think William is going to be the one that's going to declare it. Now, the nice thing is that we've got some cohesive fire energy here. So they are fired up. Royal family is fired up and ready to I'm sorry. Serendipity. He was out of his mind at a party, but fell into bushes. Oh my God. What a mess. So they are going to be working together. And I do get the sense that we've got Catherine, King Charles, and William working together. Camilla's not playing into this because I think Camilla really likes to, be the support team versus the front line. So I think we've got that. I'm keeping an eye on my time, guys, because I do got to split to go get my kid. Let's check the phone again and see if my wayward child has let me know if he is getting a ride. Nope. Kid hasn't. Wait a minute. Nope, nothing. So, do you have a ride? So we'll keep the phone out, see if he answers. So, oh, that crazy kid. I adore my kids. They are so much fun. So, yeah, I think we are really looking at the situation moving forward. Let's take a look at Harry. Let's take a look at Harry. So wait, what things? What can Deb read? I'm going back. I'm not seeing it. All right, we'll go down to the bottom. Oh, because Deborah can read cards too. Yes, she does. All right, so let's see. How does Harry feel right now? Is he drinking this Kool-Aid? Which, by the way, is incorrect. So the Jim Jones people, they did not drink Kool-Aid. They actually drank Flavor-Aid. So whenever someone says in front of Gregopedia, don't drink the Kool-Aid, he goes, well, it was actually Flavor-Aid. He goes into a whole big discussion about it. I'm just going to put these cards away before, because I'm getting wild here, guys. And we're sticking with Aleister Crowley. So I just want to scoot these together. So here we go. Whoop. Here we go. Let's see what Harold thinks. So Cherie, I've got one who is prepping to get a license, and my son is ready to get a license. If I let him drive the car without one, I'm confident he would be totally fine. So yeah, Cherie, you can watch. I groupie for lots of tarot readers. I just kind of lurk around. I mean, Tarot by Andy, I love. Joseph Magi, I love. I like, he has his own deck, which I actually have. I love Joseph Magi. I think he is a very clear reader. I'm totally down with him. Of course, my favorite is Alicia Wicker. Love that girl. We're supposed to get on the phone tomorrow and chit chat and plan out our next endeavor. So we're both, like I said, scrambling around with family stuff. So how is Harry feeling about this? Is he really buying this? Is he falling for the banana in his tailpipe? Oh boy. Yeah. Oh boy. So this is kind of a repeat of what I saw this morning. So He believes, he believes, he believes. He wants so very much to believe. He wants to bring that memory back into his personal life and into reality. Is this a good idea? No. We have the Six of Wands in reverse, and that is not having agency over your life, over what you're thinking. It really is such a detriment to him. The High Priestess, if he were a person of more agency, if he were a person that understood how spirituality works and how the beyond works, he would understand that he could actually try to do this. He could actually try to commune with his mother and get messages and get guidance from her. We can all do that. We can all reach out to our ancestors and have them give us some guidance and show us how to conduct ourselves. And it's those feelings. Like one of the things when I learned CRV, the important thing to do when you're doing controlled remote viewing is describe, don't try and identify. So when we are looking at a remote site and we see red, we feel heat. It feels like rock and smooth. You want to describe those things. And it's the same thing with tarot. You want to describe what you're seeing, what you're feeling. My first real psychic impressions with reading tarot and being a psychic were smells and tastes, and which is a very appropriate sensation for me to get first. I'm very food oriented. I'm very scent oriented. I love smells. But not all, but some. I do love the smell of skunk. Like, it's one of my favorite smells. I'm such a weirdo, right? But he could try and open those pathways for himself, but instead he relies on not having agency over himself, not taking that direction, not driving, and letting her do it. He puts her firmly in the driver's seat. Will that lead him to happiness? Absolutely not. We've got our happiness card in reverse here, our Nine of Cups. Not going to work. So where does this lead him in the end? Where does this lead him? Is he still blind at the moment? Is he still blind to this at the moment? Oh, still blind, still blind. Eight of Cups. He is looking. So our Eight of Cups, remember, Eight of Cups is leaving something for something that is not great. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Wendy, I'm actually wrapping up in the next few minutes, but I try and do lives on Wednesday. If you do want a reading, I can try and squeeze one in real quick. Recommended donation is $5. But I can do a freebie for you in just a second. So we're talking about Harry right now. So he is really looking for an escape from this life. He's looking for the escape hatch so that he can get back to what he wants to. Success. We've got the Six of Discs. He's basically giving up everything that is true and close to him at this point. He is giving up a lot. He is not living on the planet, not on terra firma. He is living in this fantasy land. So, is he going to get out of this? Is he going to wake up? Is he going to wake up? Wendy, tell me what you need a reading on, sweetie pie, so that I can focus on it when, just put it in the comments. Work, marriage, relationships, your pets. So he is not awake yet. And he is reluctant to move forward. This fantasy is really what he needs to get from day to day. It's really how he is kind of pulling himself through. If he's already lost one parent. He's already given up one parent. So this way he has a parent who is not going to judge and is going to throw fairy dust on him. And that's really what he wants. So one of the hardest things when you work as a psychic, when you do this kind of work, is to tell people the bad stuff and to tell people this is not going to work for you. You are not going to be able to move forward because you're hindering yourself. It's so hard to tell people the hard stuff. And that's where these charlatans come in, because they will tell you everything you want to hear. They want to tell you, I know a gal who used to go to a psychic, like in Camden, New Jersey, and this woman would say, I'm going to create a spell for you for $250, and you need to go to a river and throw it behind you. And I think it was like Santeria stuff, but I don't know. She was like, let me bring you to her. I was like, I'm going to go to anybody like that who's going to charge $250 for a spell that I can throw behind me. I'm just not going to do that. So, these charlatans will come in and they will say, I'm going to do XYZ for you. I'm going to make this reality for you. We can manifest it, and you can manifest stuff yourself. You don't have to have a psychic create something for you. It just doesn't work that way. You can create your own future. And what I do as a psychic is I help people see the different possibilities and find the best pathway to the optimal result. So let's see if we can do that for Wendy right now. Wendy, you're so pretty in your picture there, and I'm going to put up your comment. And it's going to be the last reading, and then I got to jump because my crazy kid didn't get a ride. I got to go pick him up. Unless you guys want to wait for 15 minutes while I go get him. I don't think any of us want to do that. So let's see. Wendy, boyfriend's in jail. I don't know if I should get him out or trust him to go to court. Let's see. Okay. Let's take a look. We're going to look at his motivations. It's a big question. Wendy, darling. Simon says that's what he said. He was like, yeah, if you put music on there. I'm like, what kind of music am I going to put on there? Pop Goes the Weasel? Wendy. I know he's cute and I know he's fun to hang out with, but we're going to come down a little bit. Let's bring this down so we can see a little bit more. And this is a cool deck. This is Tarot of the Divine, and all the cards are based on fairy tales around the world. So it's a really cool deck. I like reading this. It's a nice, positive, light messaging that we get from here. It's kind of like the champagne of tarot readings. So our Three of Cups in reverse is non-celebration. It can be indulgence, but in this situation, it's a non-celebration. This is, and my Uncle Kenny said this once, and it was one of the funniest things we ever heard. Nobody falls in love faster than a guy who needs a place to stay. So if we get him out of there, he needs a place to stay. We have this Knight of Coins who's rooting himself and finding a nice place for him to lock into. Then we have the Two of Cups in reverse. So does this serve you well? No, it does not, honey. I'm sorry. This is a tough message. I know we all want to be generous of heart. We all want to help people, especially somebody who maybe has had a misstep, and we want to kind of put them back on the right path. Sometimes their path is their path. Sometimes we don't need to interfere with that path, and they have to find their own way. This is a situation where he needs to find his own way. This will put you in a position where you are going to be the agent of good. You are going to be the agent of success. And when we drag people along to their success, it usually does not work, and it usually ends in strife for us. So Serendipity said empath. This is an empath situation. And I know it's a hard lesson, but I do think that this is going to be a lot to take on. So what is your best course of action? What gives you the best results here? Oh, I know you love him. I know you do, honey. So I know you have a lot of feelings. I don't want to, maybe you don't love him, but I know you have a lot of feelings. You can feel those feels and still let him go. it'll hurt you more than it will affect him. And I know that this is really something that, you'll have to empty your heart out, if you choose to not do this, and it's against everything in your being. But at the end of it all, this will help you mature emotionally. This will make you, a stronger person. I don't want to say it's going to callous your emotions or callous the way that you interact with people, but it will mature the way that you interact with people. And you'll learn that sometimes, you know, walking toward ourself versus walking toward someone else is to your benefit. Okay. So the eight of cups, I always, when I teach tarot, I teach this as we're walking away from something that's meh to something that we don't know. And it may be challenging and it may be difficult. When we go into reverse, this is the threat of being stuck there. But it's also the possibility of staying with oneself and staying in one place, but growing at the same time, if that makes sense. So staying, true to oneself, not complicating things, not taking on any more baggage or anything like that, to versus involving someone else. So before I have to go, so let's see, would he blow off court? Let's see. I get the sense that it would be you would have to be the ankle monitor, quite frankly. Would he blow off court? We're taking one card. Yep, he'd be in the wind. That's our star card. He would be in the wind and off amongst the other peoples. So, it's people like that are a lot of work, and they're a lot of work for a reason. They typically are making their situation, somewhat difficult and complicated. And do we need to be in that difficult and complicated situation? Not necessarily. So you are very welcome, Wendy. I hope to see you back here. I do try and do lives on. How come I can't get rid of that? I do try and do lives on Wednesday. I've been on a weird schedule because we've got some crazy stuff going on. But everybody, let's all send some positive energy to Wendy. I'm going to see if I can do an emoji in here. Let me see. There's an emoji. What do we got? What kind of emojis can I put in here? I can do some stars. Do a bunch of stars. There you go. Got some emojis. There we go. So everybody throw some positive stuff up there for our new friend, Wendy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to keep talking about this Meghan Markle thing because I am really angry that she is invading my territory. No, I just don't like charlatan readers. And I've never really seen any on YouTube that I'm like, oh, that person's like a total fake, because you can read the cards inductively and you can also read them intuitively. So some readers will read inductively. Hi, Penny. Penny, I'm jumping off. I got to go pick up a crazy kid. Some of the readers that read inductively, they just read what the meanings of the cards are. That's totally fine. Like you're still reading, you're still, doing something. And the cards don't lie. They will come up. Like you guys see it all the time. Like I pull the same cards, like, I throw them back in the deck, I shuffle them, they come back again. So, the dead penny turns back up. Not our penny. Our penny's awesome. I love our penny. So, I haven't encountered those, but I've been to psychics that are like, oh, there's a man in your world and he has hair and he has an eye and he has two legs and yes, he's got dark hair. No, he's got light hair. No, he's a receding hairline. Like, come on, like my boyfriend's bald, I've been in those situations. So, like you go down to the boardwalk and you do the $5 thing. Like it's all fun and games, but for the most part, like what I do, consultative tarot readings. I really try and help people develop either their life or their soul into something that's more enriched and something that's a little bit better. So, that's really my goal. I really do. He has an eye. He has one eye. Wait, he has two eyes. So no, it's like the whole like John Edwards thing. Like he has hair. He's got blonde hair. He's got brown hair. Like you can go through like the whole thing. What really did it for me was when I really started to get into CRV, and I started exploring it with other people, and other people that aren't psychic that are able to do it. Like Gregopedia's first CRV session was unbelievable. It looked exactly like the picture. He drew it, and it was exactly like, it was almost the angles of the mountains looked exactly the same. And it was pretty tremendous. And it's when you get somebody who is a scientist who can actually do this. It's really cool. So again, I think anybody can do it. Is Meghan Markle doing it? No, I think she's out there. I think she's playing games. And I take offense to that. It's like I'm Jerry Seinfeld. I'm offended as a comedian. So So listen, everybody, I'm glad you all stopped by. When I'm gonna eat something. I might do a live tomorrow night. Like I said, I've been going through some mental health stuff, so just kind of losing my shit. This is like senior mom kind of stuff. I'm just kind of freaking out, and I got too much on my plate, and I'm trying to do stuff. My book, I am just waiting for the US Games. I put in for permission to use the Rider-Waite cards in the actual text. Technically it is free use, but I wanted to get permission because I just didn't want to have any problems down the road. So I should have my book published by like third week of July. So I'm off the second week of July, so I'm going to be busy. I'm going to see you guys a lot that week. And I'll do a lot of lives. We'll have some fun. We'll do a big fun thing for my birthday too. July 12th, my birthday. Yay! So I will see you guys all later. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I need more subs. I lost 3 yesterday. I don't know what happened. I lost 3. So I offended someone. But I will see you guys later. I'm going to jump off, okay? And if you want your own reading, if you want a private reading, click the link down below. And I'm running a special. I'm running a buddy special for the month for my girlfriend Kay from one of my BFFs. I'm doing a group reading, 2 for 1. It's pay one price. You guys can both come into the reading. We can read on old boyfriends, old girlfriends. We can find out what that bitchy friend of yours is really thinking. A lot of fun trying to just get people together. You can be in 2 different places. If you're in another country, just email me. Everything's down below. I'll find a spot for both of you. Okay. So everybody, I'm going to go get this kid and I'm going to go have some food. I'll see you later. Have a great